Hello everybody. In today's lesson, lesson 2.5 of the first grade Go Math textbook, we're going to be talking about using pictures and subtraction to compare. And our question that we need to be able to answer or to be able to explain is, how can you use pictures to compare and subtract? Okay, we are going to be on page 69 of our textbook. Okay, so listen to the following problem. Okay. After I read the question, we're going to draw bowls to show the problems, and then we're going to draw lines to match. Okay. Now I don't need real fancy bowls. You can just use circles. Okay. All right. There are 9 brown dogs. There are 5 bowls. How many more dogs need a bowl? Okay, again, 9 brown dogs, and there are 5 bowls. Okay, so we need to draw 5 bowls, right? Okay, and try to make them underneath each of the dogs so it's easy to connect them to match. Okay. All right, so how many more dogs need a bowl? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, 4 more dogs need a bowl. If I was writing the subtraction sentence for this, it would be the 9 dogs minus 5 bowls equals the difference, which would be 4. Okay, I would need 4 more. Okay, second one. There are 7 white dogs. There are 8 bowls. How many bowls are not needed? Okay, so let's draw 8 bowls. Okay, match them by drawing a line. Okay, so every dog has a bowl, right? There's 7 white dogs. I see 7 here that are connected, and then there's 1 bowl here without a dog. So how many bowls are not needed? 1. 1 bowl. Is not needed. Okay, and in this case, we would say the number of bowls, 8, minus the 7 dogs, gives us the answer of the difference in the bowls and dogs would be 1. Okay. All right. Let's look at page 70. Okay. Compare the groups. Subtract to find how many fewer or how many more. So when we're comparing, we're trying to find out how many fewer or how many more of something there is. Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nests. So there's more nests than birds, right? Or I could say there are fewer birds than nests. So what is 10? How many of the birds, how many nests don't have a bird? 1, 2, 3. 3. And 10 minus 7 is 3. So there are 3 fewer birds. Okay. I want you to also realize that I could also say there are 3 more nests. Okay, so I could say it both ways. Okay, both of these are true. Okay, but the answer 3 will be the same whether I'm saying fewer birds or more nests. There's still 3. Okay, next one. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nests. 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 birds. How many more nests are there than birds? 1, 2, right? And 6 take away 4 is 2. Okay. So how many nests don't have a line? 2. Okay. And I could also say, instead of 2 more nests, I could have also answered there are 2 fewer birds. Okay, draw lines to match, subtract to compare. Okay, so this bee has a flower, this bee has a flower, and so on. All right. So how many bees do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bees. How many flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many fewer flowers do we have than bees? 1, 2, 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. There are 3 fewer flowers than bees. Or, what could we have said? We could have said 3 more having problems zooming. Okay, 3 more bees, right? Again, you notice the difference, 3, when we compare bees and flowers, still going to be 3, whether I say fewer flowers than bees or 3 more bees than flowers. All right, let's look at page 71. Reason quantitatively. Well, draw lines to match, subtract to compare. Well, this ladybug has a leaf, this ladybug has a leaf, this ladybug has a leaf. How many ladybugs don't have a leaf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 9 take away 3 is 6. Okay, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so there are 6 more ladybugs. Or you could have said 6 fewer leaves. Okay, we're comparing frogs to lily pads. And we want to find out how many fewer frogs. Okay, so there's 1, 2. Let's connect them. Let's match up the frogs to the lily pads. All right, how many lily pads don't have a frog? 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 take away 6 is what difference? 4. Okay, 10 take away 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. 5, 4. Okay, so in other words, if I'm taking 10, right, I have 10, and I'm going to subtract 6. If I come over here, it's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I have 4 left. Okay. 4 fewer frogs than lily pads. Or you could have said 4 more lily pads than frogs. Okay, number 4, we're comparing butterflies and flowers. It says we have 9 flowers and 7 butterflies. 9 take away 7 is 2. So we have 2 fewer butterflies. The other way we could say it is 2 more flowers. right? Aren't there 2 more flowers than butterflies? Or 2 fewer butterflies than flowers? Okay, and number 5, we get into that idea of more and fewer. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take away 2. Okay, there's only 2 here. Connect them. 7 take away 2 is what? What's the difference? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 more, right? Okay. 5 more, or 5 fewer. And again, notice that the difference is the same whether we say more or fewer. It just depends on which ones you were using in the comparison. Okay, and finally, page 72. Draw a picture to show the problem. Write a subtraction sentence that your picture shows. A key has 5 baseball bats and 3 baseballs. How many fewer baseballs does Aki have? Okay, so 3 baseballs. Okay, and I'm just going to draw little like ovals for the bats. I'm going to connect the bats to the baseballs. Okay, so what do we have? We have 5 baseball bats minus the 3 baseballs is how many more? 2. So how many fewer baseballs? 1, 2. 2 fewer baseballs. They could have asked us how many more bats. If they had asked us how many more bats, we would have just said 2 more bats than baseballs. Okay, number 7. Jill has 2 more cats than she has dogs. How many fewer dogs does Jill have? So again, this is just what we've been doing, right? If you have 2 more cats, it's the same as saying 2 fewer dogs. And I can show that. Okay. I'm going to use triangles for cats. Okay. And I'll use circles for dogs. Okay. And she has 2 more cats than dogs. Okay. So these are dogs. These are cats. Okay. So how many fewer dogs? 2 fewer dogs. And finally, number 8. Look at the picture. How many fewer leaves are there than ladybugs? Choose the answer. Okay, so we connect or match up every ladybug that has a leaf. There are 3 more ladybugs than leaves, but that's not what it asked me. It asked me how many fewer leaves. But remember, the number's still going to be the same, right? 3 more ladybugs or 3 fewer leaves. Okay. All right. So that's it for today's lesson on using pictures and subtraction to compare. So until our next lesson, I will see you soon.